Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. My name is Fizz. We're going to be taking a look at ARK Genesis specific news, and we're going to be talking about the biome specific reskin creatures that are not technically really reskinned because they also said they have better stats and other different things with them. So they're just kind of different variations of dinosaurs. And also, finally our first look of an actual mini boss, a water boss, the Domer, whatever the heck they're calling it. No idea. We'll have to wait and see if it's official, because I don't think it is yet, because I don't think a lot of people know how to say it. We're going to be taking a look at that, talk about that, and yeah. And if you want to have help the children, this is all for the Extra Life event. Link in the description down below. There's 2 links: the stream, which the stream should be over by now when this video goes out, and the Extra Life charity thing where you can donate and help support and help the kids. So yeah. Let's get started. I'm gonna play the clip of them talking about the creatures and everything, and then I'll give my 2 cents, and then we'll go into the water boss, and yeah, we'll see you there.
Oh, dear us.
Someone in yep.
And here
Wow,
we go.
there
So
we go.
we've got quite a surprise for you guys. As you know, there's going to be a lot of unique biomes in Genesis, and with those biomes are going to be some very unique dinos with new skins for them. These are just a few of the ones that we have. As you can see there, we've got the Allosaurus, the Paraceratherium, the Parasaur, the Mosasaurus, Spino, Raptor, Tapiara, and the Saber. I think if you take a good look at them, you can kind of see what biomes they're representing, and that each one of these dinos will have a similar to the aberrant dinos. They'll have some slightly adjusted stats, so these are more valuable to the player.
Will they be able to tame these?
Yeah, they'll absolutely be able to tame
Woo.
these. So in the, let's say, the bog area where the Parasaur looks like it might reside, in the bog area, all the Parasaurs will be that kind of Parasaur.
Okay.
And you will be able to bring them to the maps and take them to there and show people your dinosaur that's unique to Genesis, unique from Genesis, and we will have quite a few for each biome.
Now, this is, while it may not seem like a lot, this is actually pretty big. And honestly, one of the things I hear about, at least with things that people want in events, is people definitely like different colored dinos and different, regions on dinos and things like that. So I think this is going to be really exciting because although it is the same creature with slightly adjusted stats, as Zane said, I feel like these reskins are a little bit more than the reskins that we typically do.
Well, and it's the creatures that are already very used and very useful.
Yep.
Just giving them a new flavor, a new twist, and those stats that you're getting are definitely a benefit if you're trying to min-max, if you're trying to get the best dino possible. These will get you something that's a little bit better than anything else as far as, and I don't want to misquote the stat because we've changed which ones we're using. It's either health or damage. But as far as that stat goes that gets boosted, this will be the absolute best that you can get.
Nice.
So if you do want to go for that best line and you want the best damage or health, I can't remember. I need to look at my notes again. It's been a lot. It's been a long time since we started doing these guys. But they will have a boost that will put them a step above every other dino from the island or anywhere else. And they also look extremely unique.
Yep.
Get a new flavor on each one of these guys.
So this could be something considered for PvE. The PvE people were in here and saying nothing was in the DLC. I know that
we've gotten quite a bit for PvE.
No, we do. I'm just bringing up more things that could also be
There was a point
used
where I
in
remember
PvE.
we were PvE only devs.
Mm-hmm.
So like it changes based on.
Oh, it does. It'll
shown,
change.
what we
Yep.
revealed.
Yep. It'll change. But there's the thing that I was trying to point out earlier is I think there's going to be something in this DLC for however you play the game. It's a matter of figuring out how to work with, what you're doing and how you're set up. So I don't want people to think that, oh, this is a PvP DLC, this is a PvE DLC. No, it's just a DLC that It's going to have things in it that are going to be used on PvE and PvP. It's just a matter of how you can incorporate that into your daily lifestyle inside of ARK.
You see that Parasauritharium?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's talk about this real quick before we talk about the water boss. This is actually pretty freaking dope that we're actually getting reskins of other creatures. Now granted, we don't know what the extent of the extra stats and manipulation of stuff that's happening with these creatures, but if you look at that saber doesn't look like a saber tooth anymore. That looks like a super arctic one, which is really interesting and cool. And I want to know, like, what's the story and lore about why are we getting reskins of these creatures, which we have never had before, except for Aberration. Now, granted, we know that there's a bunch of different biomes, but why are they specifically mutated into these specific skins? Granted, it's probably just another thing that Wildcard wants to have us for content wise. I don't really care because this is really dope and I really like it. Personally, the Allosaur and the Tappy, the one that my head's around, I'll get rid of my head. The Tappy right there is freaking phenomenal. The Allosaur looks great. The Sabertooth looks great. All the other ones look fantastic, but definitely those are my favorite ones so far, and there's a lot more they haven't even said that they're being reskinning. Also, why the hell do we still keep getting parasaurs? No one even uses them. No one likes them. They're just a damn baby magnet thing that tells you if a baby's been popped out. They're useless. I just hate parasaurs. I don't know. Actually, they're not that bad. But what is your guys' thought about this? Because this is very interesting and cool, and I'm really excited to see what other dinosaurs or creatures are going to add as a reskin, because it'll be very interesting to see. Now, let's see what the developers are going to say about this water boss, because I think this is something that a lot of people have been wanting, and this is going to be probably the icing of the cake of this whole Genesis thing, because this is just a mini boss, they said, so this is not even their final boss. So yeah, this is gonna be really cool. So let's see what they're gonna say and we'll come back and talk about it.
Hold on one moment. Alright, and we are ready. And this is it. This is the Moeder.
Moeder.
Moeder?
Moeder.
This is gonna be it's gonna take me some time to be able to say this right, because it's not a normal enunciation.
I think I was talking to Chris about this.
That I'm familiar with.
It's Moeder. Moeder.
Moeder.
Yeah, I think Chris was trying. I was telling Chris that I probably would not be able to pronounce this, and he helped me out. So I'm probably still butchering it because I'm sleepy now, but I think it was Moeder.
Moeder.
Chad is probably like, man, these guys are like, yeah, it's Moeder. Let's do that. Let's go with that.
So what Moeder is, this Moeder, she is our underwater midway boss, like our sub-boss. And this is a purely underwater fight. It's in a big, giant, massive cavern. Plenty of room to move around. It's not too cramped or anything like that. She has some babies. You gotta fight the babies. And then she's not gonna like that, so then you're gonna have to deal with her. And they're all eels, big, giant, massive eels. They have some pretty significant electrical attacks that you can't get very close to. They will zap you.
All right.
It's gonna be a challenging fight, and it'll definitely require a lot of preparation. And it's underwater, so that's not something that we've done a lot of previously. You know, we have a few of the big underwater tames like Mosasaur or the squid. Those are definitely complex tames, and especially the squid. He's a very complex tame. But it's only those single interactions, and we did do the caves on the island, and those are fantastic and amazing. But this is going to be something entirely different, full-on, combat experience designed to be fun for tames from the water. If you are equipped with the proper diving gear or movement gear, you can fight off a mount, but it will be very difficult because there's some very big projectiles being thrown around that you'd have to dodge, and they're electrical, so they're not fun to deal with.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun to deal with.
Yeah, it's a difficult boss, but we are definitely aiming for it to be a challenging fight, but one that you have to prepare for.
as a player, what can I expect of my reward to be from this fight? Is it just the accomplishment of saying I beat this? Do I get some type of goodies with it? You know, is it strictly just something that I want to do for an accomplishment, or could I expect to see something
You need
else?
something more other than bragging rights?
I mean, some people do. I mean, I don't, but
No, there'll definitely be awards attached. At the very least, engrams. But as we build out those final parts, that's where all those details come into place.
for sure.
And we have ideas for what that is, but it's hard to say until we've gotten into
Yeah, I don't
play
think we
testing.
need details. I just wanted to at least set the expectation for people that are looking to encounter this. You know, if it is just for bragging rights, it's cool, because a lot of people do things for bragging rights. I mean, I do.
Everything's got to be worth it.
yeah.
Everything has to be worth it. Whether that is the engrams that you get unlocked for it, or just the rewards that you get from taking on that challenge and doing that fight. Everything is definitely, it has to be worth it.
Yeah.
Because this is not a easy thing to do. It's definitely not easy to go up to the harder version. That's always going to be a challenge. And for those that can complete that, we want them to be rewarded.
This is exciting because I know for the longest, players have asked for some type of underwater pulse fight or some type of underwater pulse. You know, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to, not because I would actually do it, because I don't get into the water in games, but I am looking forward to it because it is something that I know people have requested, people have asked for, people have been looking forward to, very similar to, you know, some things that people saw in our Genesis, you know, reveal. There was a particular creature in there that everybody has asked me for, and I've seen in the community. So we're getting to add some of those things in Genesis, which I think is really cool. These are things that the community has been asking for, has been requesting, and it's fun to finally get around or get some time to do those things and invest in them the right way and actually put some effort into them. So I know the deep sea boss and underwater fights, and you know, these are things that have been requested for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to deliver on those. We're trying to give those gameplay aspects and flesh those out and satisfy those needs and challenge those people who didn't think that was something that they wanted to do. You know, deliver an experience that's fun for everyone, even people that weren't wanting that.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Wow,
Deep
I am
sea
so
boss.
tired. This is maximum hype right now. Like, I'm like amped. Can you tell?
No, I can't.
I'm like, this is difficult.
I'm
I'm so hyped.
No, in reality,
this
it's
is
cool.
cool. Yeah, of
Super
course it's cool.
It's just
No, it's not even that. I am so tired, guys.
we're not tired. We
This has been a long, what are we at? 22 hours? 23 hours?
just don't count it.
Not even as far as how long I've been up, 'cause I got
22.
up before this to get ready for the stream. So, I mean, I've been up for a while now, you know. But
Well, yeah, of course.
it's all for a good cause. And again, we've been up for a while, but the people that have been working on this stuff that you're seeing, these you know, teaser shots and like those people have been working for a while too. So, you know, I don't want to make it seem like we have the worst lives in the world. Those guys are busting their tails to bring you guys a lot of good content. So it's a team effort. You know, we're just on the front line of the stream, but there's people working on all different lines, making sure that these things are possible for you guys. So I don't want to discredit them, and I don't want to make sure that I want to make sure that they're remembered. You know, because they are put in.
Alrighty, so here is the Modern or whatever the heck it's actually going to be called. This is our first official ARK Survival Evolve water boss that we've been wanting for such a long time. You know, it's very interesting. I think Genesis is a wake-up call for Wildcard because there's a lot of things happening with this DLC that a lot of people have been wanting. All the water stuff people have been wanting from day one. Like, this is stuff that they wanted before Scorched Earth was even released, alright? And this is just crazy. So now we're getting a full water boss. Now granted, this is a mini boss, they said, not a full entire boss, but that is pretty cool indeed. I mean, look at that. It is, I mean, look at the Megalodon right there. Look at the size of the Megalodon versus the actual thing. So this thing is going to be some sort of like eel kind of thing that can summon eels and stuff, and it's going to be like a whole little it has its own little networking and stuff where you can fight it and everything. It's very cool and interesting indeed on that. And I'm still wondering if this is going to be like an open world boss, since it's not going to be technically a main boss. So I wonder if you could just go there. Like, I guess you could say right now the Lava Golem is a mini boss, the Ice Queen is a mini boss. What else is a mini boss as well? I guess you could technically say the Titans are first say mini boss slash big bosses from Extinction, right? And I think that's it for. I think that's it. That's literally all I can think of. I mean, I guess you can also think about alphas as well being mini bosses in their own right mind, but this is going to be technically like more advanced than that because it has its own little mechanics and everything. I don't know. This is something that people have been wanting. This is something I personally been wanting. I've actually been experimenting with a bunch of different mods to have different modded water experiences because you know, a lot of people want that water experience, and we're finally getting that with Genesis. So I'm super duper excited about this, and I honestly cannot wait. And don't worry, there will be videos showcasing this bad boy. Oh, sorry, not boy, because it is a female. They said it is a female. This bad girl when Genesis releases and everything. But yes, link in the description down below if you want to comment and also support the children in need. This is for the extra life stuff. Please do that because this is without all this, none of this would be possible. So please go down below. And also, if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and please like it and share it if you actually really did enjoy it. It will help the channel grow and help me out. And if you have any critical feedbacks about this, comment down below. But yes, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the next one.